EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the New England Patriots. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Throwing Jones. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there. 79 yards. And the Patriots on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. This defense for the Patriots, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
A handoff running left is Mostert, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
A big play there for the Patriots. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Jones. This is Smith with a grab. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Balaj. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Kalen Balaj, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Ward on 1st and 10. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Jones. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Off play action. Jones. It's caught. Smith. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
Quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Off the play fake. Jones. He'll buy some time right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete there to Smith. Touchdown! Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point right down the middle. 21-0 our score after 1. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half, and you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They go play action here on first down. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Jones from the gun on third down. This is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Stevenson again, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Pats continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And the route is on here in this first half. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it, and I can't wait.
There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Well, he Mostert his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he powers his way up past the 30. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Ward. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. 92 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And he's got this down to the 35. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. They'll run the draw with Mostert, pushing his way through. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And McManus able to put it through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the give, this is Harris. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now a handoff, Stevenson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for it. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. 2nd and 5 now. Jones. And he'll find Hall. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Jones throw there taken in by Smith. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Stevenson. And a minute minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
On second down now, it's Harris. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Stevenson. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. This is the tight end fan. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. To throw is Ward. A final shot before break. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. KJ Hamler returning it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Back to throw. Ward. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. Ward now. Off play action. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Operating from the gun. Ward. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line ready to go. The drive will commence with a run by Barrage. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From midfield now on second down. Jones is going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Hamler now to return it. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And the Patriots are going to have what looks to be a 1st and goal as he'll take this down to the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run with Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots continue to roll. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Hamler now to return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They hand it off to Mostert. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit. That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 18. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now Ward to throw on 3rd down. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Despite some tough running, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 94 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Stevenson able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
They run it with Balaj. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll run here with Balaj. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Patriots, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a home